Hello students, in this video I will continue further on the topic of cerebellum. Now what is the functional anatomy of cerebellum? There is outer grey matter or cerebellar cortex and inner white matter. So outer is grey matter and inside is white matter. The white matter is formed by afferent and efferent nerve fibers of cerebellum. Okay, so white matter has what? The afferent fibers and the efferent fibers. What are the afferent nerve fibers? That is reaching the cerebellum, and efferent nerve fibers that is coming out from the cerebellum. So white matter, which is the inner matter, it consists of afferent and efferent nerve fibers. The grey masses called cerebellar nuclei are located within the white matter. So there is grey matter which is outer, and that grey matter consists of cerebellar nuclei, and that nuclei is located within the white matter. Okay, so this is the functional anatomy of cerebellum. Okay, now nuclei, when we consider as in neuroanatomy, so nuclei is the cluster of the neurons. So nuclei is the cluster of the neurons. Okay. Now I proceed further to the grey matter. So grey matter is what? It is cerebellar nuclei. Okay, and then we'll see what is the outer grey matter consisting of. Now this grey matter has three layers: the outer molecular or plexiform layer, the intermediate Purkinjean layer, and the inner granular layer. So just look at this diagram. This is the molecular layer. Okay, this is the Purkinjean cell layer, this much. So this is the molecular layer, Purkinjean cell layer. This is the granular layer. Okay, clear? I am just reading the names: stellate cells, Purkinjean fibers, basket cells, transverse fibers. Okay. Then Purkinjean cells, Golgi cells, granule cells, and glomerulus cell. Then these are the climbing fibers, okay, to the cerebellar nuclei and the mossy fibers. Okay, so this is about the grey matter. Okay, and we'll see. I'll explain you in detail, but just see. I'm just repeating the names. This is the molecular layer, the Purkinjean cell layer, granular layer. Just get versed with the names: stellate cell, parallel cell. These are the basket cell. These are the transverse fibers. Yes, these are the transverse fibers. Purkinjean cells, Golgi cells, granule cells, and the glomerulus cell. These are the climbing fibers, okay, to the cerebellar nuclei. Okay, is coming out here, and mossy fibers. Okay, now we'll see what is the importance of each and every cell. Now the grey matter has three layers: the outer molecular, intermediate Purkinjean, and inner is granular layer. So this is the grey matter, and it has three layers. Outer is molecular, this much is the molecular layer. Then the intermediate is the Purkinjean cell layer, and the innermost is the granular layer. So this is the layers, okay, of the grey matter. Now first we will see the molecular or plexiform layer. It is the outermost layer which I mentioned before. The cells are arranged in two strata. So there are two layers of cells which are arranged in this outer molecular layer of the grey matter. Which are they? The superficial stratum and the deep stratum. Now the superficial layer or stratum, it consists of star-shaped cells which are known as stellate cells, and the deep stratum, it contains basket cells. So now this is the outer molecular layer of the grey matter. It consists of two strata, superficial strata and the deep strata. Now you can see this superficial strata, it consists of star-shaped stellate cells, and the deep strata consist of basket cells. Okay, so this is the molecular layer consisting of the stellate cells and the basket cells. Okay, now we'll proceed further. Also in the molecular layer there are following structures. What are the structures which are present in the molecular layer? We can see one by one here in the diagram. The first is the parallel fibers. Now just focus on this. This is the molecular layer. These are the parallel fibers. The parallel fibers which are the axons of the granule cells. So these parallel fibers are the axons of the granular cells. So you can see this is the parallel fiber which are the axons of the granule cells. They are present in the granular layer. So this is the granular layer, this is the granule cells which is present in the innermost granular layer, and the axons of these cells, they reaches the molecular layer, okay, and these are the parallel fibers. We proceed further. The terminal portion of the climbing fibers. So this is the climbing fibers. The terminal portion of the climbing fibers is also present in the molecular layer. Next, the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. So this is the Purkinje cells and its dendrites. You can see these are the dendrites of the Purkinje cells which are also present in the molecular layer, as well as the dendrites of the Golgi cells. So these are the Golgi cells which are also present in the molecular layer. So again I repeat, the parallel fibers which are the axons of the granular cells which are present in the granular layer. The axons of the granule cells are the parallel fibers present in the molecular layer. The terminal portions of the climbing fibers. The climbing fibers, the last portion is also present in the molecular layer. And the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. The dendrites of the Purkinje cells are also present in the molecular layer. And the dendrites of the Golgi cells. The dendrites of the Golgi cells, they are also present in the molecular layer. Now we will see the cell junctions. What are the cell junctions? The dendrites of the stellate cells and the basket cells, they synapse with the axons of the granule cells, that is the parallel fibers. Okay. So the dendrites of the stellate cells and the basket cells. So this is the stellate cell and this is the basket cell. The dendrites of the stellate cells. So this is the stellate cell and the dendrites of the basket cell. Okay. They synapse where? With the axons of the granule cells. So they will synapse with the axon of the granule cells, that is the parallel fibers. So they are synapsing with the parallel fibers. You can see stellate cells is synapsing with the parallel fibers and the basket cell is also synapsing with the parallel fibers. Okay. So this is the first cell junction. The dendrites of the stellate cells, okay, and basket cells synapse with the axons of the granule cells. They synapse with the axons of the granule cells, that is the parallel fibers. The next cell junction is the axon of stellate cells. They synapse the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. So the axons of the stellate cells. This is the stellate cells. Its axon. It synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. Okay. So this is the axons of the stellate cells. They synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. So that is a synapse here. So the axons of the stellate cells, it synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. Next, the dendrites of the Purkinje cells, they synapse with the climbing fibers and the parallel fibers. Now, the dendrites of the axons of stellate cells is synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. Now the dendrites of the Purkinje cells, they synapse with the climbing. Okay, they are synapsing with the climbing. We can see here the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. These are the Purkinje cells. The dendrites is synapsing with the climbing cells, or climbing fibers. And also it is synapsing with the parallel fibers. You can see here, this is the synapse. Okay. So again I repeat, the dendrites of the Purkinje cells is synapse with the climbing fibers. These are the climbing fibers. And it is synapsing also with the parallel fibers. So here is the synapse. Next cell junction is the dendrite of the Golgi cells. It enter into the molecular layer and it ends on parallel fibers. Okay, so we'll see the dendrites of the Golgi cells. So this is the Golgi cells, the dendrites of the Golgi cells. The dendrites of the Golgi cells, it enters into the molecular layer. It is entering into the molecular layer and it ends in the parallel fibers. Okay, it is ending in the parallel fibers. Yes, so dendrites of the Golgi cells, it enters into the molecular layer and it ends into the parallel fibers. Okay, so these are the various connections or cell junctions. So this was about the molecular layer, the outermost layer. The next layer is the Purkinjean layer. This is present between the outer molecular and the inner granular. It's a thinnest layer and having a single layer of flask-shaped Purkinjean cells. The Purkinjean cells are the largest neurons in the body. The dendrites of the Purkinjean cells, they terminates either on climbing fibers or the parallel fibers, which I have just seen here, I have just shown here right now. The axons of the basket cells forms transverse fibers. It ends on soma of the Purkinjean cells. So again I repeat, we'll see the middle layer, that is the Purkinjean cell layer. It is present where? Between the outer molecular and the inner granular layer. Yes, it is present between the outer molecular and the inner granular layer. It is the thinnest layer, as you can see, this is the thinnest layer as compared to both. So it is the thinnest layer, okay, having a single layer of flask shape. See, this is the flask shape Purkinjean cells. The Purkinjean cells are the largest neurons in the body. They are the largest neurons in the body. The dendrites of the Purkinjean cells, they terminates either on the climbing fibers. So dendrites will either terminate on the climbing fibers or the parallel fibers. Okay, so the dendrites will terminate on the climbing fibers or the parallel fibers. The axons of the basket cells, these are the axons of the basket cells. The axons of the basket cells, they forms transverse fibers. So you can see the axons of the basket cells, they form the transverse fibers. You can see these are the transverse fibers. So axons of the basket cell, they form transverse fiber. They ends on the soma of the Purkinjean fibers. You can see. So axon of the basket cells present in the molecular layer, they form transverse fibers. So you can see these are the transverse fibers and it ends on the soma of the Purkinjean cell. So here is the connection. Okay, so Purkinjean layer, the present between the outer molecular and the inner granular layer, thinnest layer having a single flask shaped Purkinjean cells. The Purkinjean cells are the largest neurons in the body. Okay, the dendrites of the Purkinjean cells, they terminates either on the climbing fibers, okay, or on the parallel fibers. The axons of the basket cells, they form transverse fibers, okay, and they ends on the soma of the Purkinjean cells. So this was about the Purkinjean layer. Okay, we'll proceed further. Axons of the Purkinjean layers, the axons of the Purkinjean cells, okay, they descends into the white matter. They descend into the white matter and terminates on the cerebellar nuclei and vestibular nuclei via cerebello-vestibular tract. Okay, so the axons of the Purkinjean cells, they will go into the white matter. So the axons of the Purkinjean cells, they will go into the white matter. Okay, the axons of the Purkinjean cells, they will go into the white matter and they will terminate on the cerebellar nuclei. You know, white matter consists of the cerebellar nuclei and it will terminate as the vestibular nuclei via the cerebello-vestibular tract. The Purkinjean cells are termed as the final common path of cerebellar cortex. The Purkinjean cells are termed as the final common path of the cerebellar cortex. It is because the impulse from the different parts of the cerebellar cortex are transmitted to the other parts of the brain through Purkinjean cells. You understood? So this cell is very, very important The Purkinje cells are termed as final common path of cerebellar cortex because the impulses from different parts of the cerebellum are transmitted to the Purkinje, are transmitted to the other parts of the brain only through Purkinje cells. So what does Purkinje cells do? They carry the impulse from the different parts of the cerebellar cortex to other parts of the brain. Okay, so they will collect all the impulse from other parts of the cerebellum and they will transmit it to the other parts of the brain. So that is the role of Purkinje cells. The next is the granular layer. It is the innermost between the Purkinje and the cerebellar white matter. Yes, so it is between the Purkinje, the granular innermost present between the Purkinje and the white matter. It is formed by granule cells and Golgi cells. Total number of interneurons in this layer is about half the number of all neurons in the whole CNS. Okay, so this layer, it consists of so many interneurons. About half of the interneurons of the entire central nervous system is present in this layer. Okay, so almost half of the interneurons of the entire central nervous system is present in this granule layer, and it is present between the Purkinje cell layer and the white matter. Okay, and it consists of two cells, the granule cells, okay, and the Golgi cells. The granule cells and the Golgi cells. Okay, now we'll proceed further. The axons of the granule cells, they ascend into molecular layer and forms parallel fibers. So we'll see, I'll show you before also. The axon of the granule cells, okay, they will ascend up, okay, they will go in the outermost layer into the molecular layer. This is the molecular layer, and they form the parallel fibers. So the axon of the granule layer, granule cell, they ascend into the molecular layer and they form the parallel fibers. Okay, and this parallel fibers will synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. These parallel fibers will synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. They will synapse with the dendrites of the stellate cells. Okay, these parallel fibers will synapse with the dendrite of the Purkinje cells. They will synapse with the dendrite of the stellate cells. They will synapse with the dendrite of the basket cell. Okay, and they will synapse with the dendrite of the Golgi cells. So they are synapsing with the dendrites of the 4 cells. Okay, so axons of the granule cells, they enter into the molecular layer as parallel fibers. These parallel fibers, they synapse with the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. They synapse with the dendrites of the stellate cells. Yes, dendrites of the stellate cells, they are synapsing here. Then they synapse with the dendrites of the basket cells. You can see parallel cells. This is the dendrite synapse. Okay, and they synapse with the dendrite of the Golgi cells. Okay, Golgi cells here. Okay, so this is the important function. The dendrites of the granule cells and the axon and few dendrites of the Golgi cells synapse with mossy fiber. So there are mossy fibers you can see here. The dendrites of the granule cells. The dendrites of the granule cells. Now you can see this is the dendrite of the granule cells and the axons. The dendrites and axons. And the axons and few dendrites of the Golgi cells. So dendrites of the granule cells, the axon of the Golgi cells and few dendrites of the Golgi cells, they synapse with the mossy fibers. So these are the mossy fibers. So what they are saying, the dendrites of the granule cells, the dendrites of the granule cells and few axons and few dendrites of the Golgi cell, okay, they synapse with the mossy fiber here. So Golgi cell and granule cell are synapsing with the mossy fiber. The synaptic area of this cell is called as glomerulus, and it is encapsulated by the process of glial cells. So this synapse is known as the glomerulus or the glomerulus cell. You can see this complete synapse is known as the glomerulus cell, and it is encapsulated by the glial cells. Okay, so the dendrites of the granule cells and the axon and few dendrites of the Golgi cells, they synapse with the mossy fibers. The synaptic area of these cells is called as glomerulus. Okay, and it is encapsulated by the process of the glial cells. So it has a capsule. Okay, the cerebral cortex receives the afferent signals from other parts of the brain through two types of nerve fibers. These are climbing and the mossy. So what is the climbing and the mossy fibers? They are the afferent signals, okay, that is coming from other parts of the brain to the cerebellar cortex. So the afferent fibers, okay, the afferent fibers which is coming from other parts of the brain to the cerebellar cortex is through two types of nerve fibers, and these are the climbing fiber and the mossy fiber. Okay, so now there are presence of certain interneuronal activity. Okay, this is the table. The climbing fibers is the climbing fibers, the neuron action is on the Purkinje cells and the cerebellar nuclei. Excitation and the neurotransmitter is aspartate. Mossy fibers action on granule cells, Golgi cells and cerebellar nuclei. The action is excitation, the neurotransmitter is glutamate. Granule cells action on Purkinje cells, stellate cells and basket cells. Action, excitation and neurotransmitter is glutamate and aspartate. Stellate cells, neuron, the action is on the Purkinje cells, inhibition, and it is by GABA. Basket cells is the neuron, action is on the Purkinje cells, inhibition, GABA, the neurotransmitter. Neuron is Golgi cells, the action is on granule cells, action is what? Inhibition, and neurotransmitter is GABA. Okay, the next is the Purkinje cells. Okay, the neuron Purkinje cell acts on cerebellar nuclei and vestibular nuclei. What is the action? Inhibition, and neurotransmitter is the GABA. What is this inhibition or excitation? That is related to motor control. Yes, so this was about the layers. We'll proceed further on cerebellum in my next video. Thank you, students.